following thoughts, opinions, stories, and expressions are meant for those who will appreciate them. If you don't, we hope you keep an open soul to encounter another here on 34 Questions. Peace. What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. I'm your host, 34, and today we have the return of Desi back in the building. How you doing, man?
What's good? I'm doing all right. I'm glad to be back.
For sure, man. It's been about, I want to say, you came on probably last March, eh?
I think it was March. I looked earlier today when I saw my calendar. I saw the invite for this call. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go check like all my history.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, it's been about, so if that was March, that's March, well, May, April, 6 months. How are things in those 6 months, man, from the last time we talked?
Damn, it has been 6 months. I didn't realize that. I've been in school real tough. That's been kind of hectic, but it's cool. I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing.
School full time?
It feels like full time. I'm on a part-time track, but it definitely feels like full time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think, from the last time we talked, like, are you still on that same track, or you made any new movements, different maneuvers?
I've actually just finished the first phase of 2 phases for this course.
Sounds like the
So today actually was the first day of my second phase.
I got you. How many? There's only 2 phases.
Yeah. This is the heavier one though.
How you feeling? Nervous, or you feel ready for it?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous because this is the portion of the course where I make my portfolio. So the next time y'all see me, I'm gonna have a .com, and it's gonna belong to me.
I got you. Are you still spitballing ideas of what that .com is gonna be, or you already found a domain name?
Actually, I think in 2019, I wanted to. 2020, I think it was. I wanted to finally build like a portfolio for myself for photo. So I bought desidemalo.com, and then I've just been holding on to it for the last like year. So I already have it reserved. I bought it a long time ago. I bought it for my birthday for myself.
That's a great gift for yourself, man. And
hell yeah, man. I'm proud of that. Honestly, I'm proud of that.
It's dope. You got your full name too, desidemalo.com.
Yep.
That's
I
so
own
key.
That.
Yeah. If there's another Desi DeMalo, you got to buy it off this guy. Yeah, man. Similar to me too. I have 34questions.com, and I just haven't figured out a way to kind of like utilize, just learning from past mistakes or bad decisions. Hella hungry. Like, I created a site, and it was more, I think clear what I need to go on the site. Close. But with 34 questions, I'm really thinking about what I'm trying to. Yeah, because I feel like it's my thing is just like multifaceted. But do you think a website can be less focused and include all these things, or should I just focus on, if it's 34 questions, no other like side project? What do you think?
I'd have it just be that one subject. If you wanted to shout out those other projects, build like a separate little tab for it.
Gotcha.
Give it a home.
Yeah. Ooh, I totally forgot to adjust my my things on autofocus right now. Manual focus. You might see me fuzz in and out. I'll try to stay still as much as possible.
All right.
But yeah, man. Well, I'm trying to think, when we did our interview, if you had gone through these new questions that I've been doing with people, when we started, did I like walk you through some warm-up questions at all, or kind of
for this time around?
Our first episode.
The first one. The first one, you mean like on the show?
Yeah.
Or behind the scenes? On the show? No, you did. We just jumped into it.
Oh, word. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. If I don't remember, you don't remember.
I don't remember.
We're both guilty. But well, let's do a refresher course for everybody out there and do some warm-up questions. My first question for you, man, is what would you like the audience to know about you?
Uh, I build things. I build things now.
Build things
6 months
now.
ago, I didn't, but I build things now.
Okay, okay. Well, what do you build?
For right now, it's experiences, i.e., like websites and whatnot.
I got you. And before, you wouldn't have considered yourself a builder?
Well, I didn't think I could build a product, and I totally forgot that you could consider like a website as a product of a company,
Gotcha.
in which case would be me.
Oh, I want to ask you, what's your rates? Like, if I was going to ask you to help me build 34questions.com, how much would I be paying?
To be honest, I like, as a freelancer, I did see this earlier, and I guess some people around where we live in the Bay Area. Well, not me, but generally the Bay Area. I've seen the rates go around. I think it was like $50 an hour to 200 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Freelancers sometimes charge a flat rate of like 2.5 for a project, depending on how much they've done already.
Yeah, I got you. So, how much do you feel comfortable setting your price at?
Me right now,
Yeah.
I'd probably work for like 30 an hour for right now. I just started doing this. I gotta stay humble.
So, okay, I got you. I'm definitely more like you in that sense. I just feel like I've also had people come at me and be like, nah, bro, you gotta set your standard high so people who have no idea about you gonna know what you're worth. But like, what's the struggle for you to make it any higher than 30 an hour?
I think it helps to know like what a salary for me would be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, how do they determine that with like big corporations and stuff?
So, I mean, I was told like you find out what's the average, like did your research, find out what people are charging, and then it sounded complicated to me, so I never did it. It was all like you break it down to like how much per minute or something, and then according to like, I guess people with diplomas, have that certificate that says what I do my shit. You factor in how much that costs for you to get that thing, and then that's the cost. But it was an equation that had all those factors, and then give what you should be charged based on your education. And I'm pretty sure experience kind of ties into that after too. But hell, if I know how to do that. But yeah, man. Well, I'm glad for you. I don't know if as your friend, I would tell you bump it up to 40. Just give yourself that extra 10. Give yourself that extra 10, bro. Like, I think it'll make you feel like, all right, well, if 30 is what I'm comfortable, make yourself, and because what if someone's like negotiating with you, and then they're like, oh well, I'll give you 30 an hour. Like, cool, that's what I wanted anyway. Like, I'm chilling with that.
I hear you.
Yeah. But all right, man, cool. So you building now?
I am. Yep.
Where are you kind of seeing this take you? Like, are you staying in a certain industry, or as a freelancer, you're just open to all projects?
I'd say right now I'm a freelancer only because no one's hired me. I wouldn't call myself completely like a full-on designer either just yet, but I want to be able to apply to perhaps a bigger company, one that gets seen every day or used every day, and I want to do some damage there. I want to make sure my impact is made, and that somehow I've made the experience better.
Is there a target? Not target the company, but a target that maybe a company that you really want to kind of work with? Or maybe you had an experience on their website and you're like, this is crappy, like I could make this way better.
I've been really into Discord lately. I definitely want to apply for them. I feel like it keeps a lot of people in touch, and I like what it's done for me.
Hmm.
And I heard they're local to where I am, somewhat. So they're in reach. They're in reach, and I think I'm definitely gonna apply for them when I get the chance.
Sure, for sure. So can you explain to me this Discord wave, man? Like, all of a sudden, I feel like everybody's on it, and you know me, on Discord, I don't know shit about it. I'm very basic and just being like, it's all text, pretty much.
Right. I
but
don't
yeah.
know too much about it.
Yeah.
I know what it's capable of. Like, I got people fucking sending me NFTs, like trying to sell me NFTs and shit.
On Discord.
People talking to
Yeah.
just like randomly messaging me because I joined. Do you know who Bobby Hundreds is?
Yeah.
I joined his Discord, and he had just launched like this fleet of NFTs, and it went nuts. And now like everybody who's in there is messaging other people who were in there trying to sell their shit. I have no idea how it works, to be honest, but I thought about selling one of my photos on there, but who knows? Who knows if anybody will buy it? But I guess you don't know until you try.
Yeah. Do you know what platform you're gonna be using for
Nah.
NFTs?
I know nothing about this.
The one I heard is called OpenSea. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah. I've heard of that.
It seems to be the easiest to kind of like, because I was looking for something like that too. Like, let me draw something, throw it up there, see what happens. But yeah, it's like there's some things you gotta like do, which I haven't done. I wish it was as simple as just like uploading it on Instagram, you know, like having it there,
Right.
but it's not.
Yeah, I have no idea how any of that works.
Yeah. Yo, Instagram, if you're listening, make it a platform for NFTs, and I'm sure that next wave's gonna. Yeah, man, NFTs is so interesting because it's like, I guess it's like with anything, something is only as valuable as like we put value onto it. So, it's like I want to believe NFTs are gonna work and be there and do these things, but I wonder if eventually people are gonna be like, why are we like paying for something that's, you know, just on the internet? And
That's true.
and that's my biggest thing about it. Like, you know, I want to believe it's the future of art and all these things, but it's also like I'd rather have a physical art piece in my room than, you know, having a copy of it that says it's mine, you know, online. So yeah, I guess that's my thing with NFTs now. Prove me wrong.
I get what you mean, because I have things that like have never been shared with the world on my phone. You know, like I can consider those just as valuable as NFTs.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, like, you know, let's say a picture of your grandparent, right? Like, took that picture. It's not valuable to everybody, but is there some value that your family kind of puts in that image? Because, you know, family.
Right.
So yeah, don't ask me, but if you're out there dealing with NFTs or an expert, let us know. I need to get
It ain't us.
Yeah.
Let us. Yeah, it ain't us.
We're too old for NFTs, yo. Like, where the college students at? But yeah, hopefully, when I just finally get back to school, maybe I could take a class on it. I'll be able to tell you. All right, man. Well, let's jump into this second warm-up question. And I won't ask you this question that you're about to answer with. If that makes sense. But because the question is, what question do you hate to be asked? Is there a question that you've kind of just heard your whole life and you're just like, man, I'm over. Like, don't ask me that no more.
Is your name short for anything? I get that a lot.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
The name question, man. For real. But do you ever joke with people? Say something?
No, because like I never really knew a way around it. I know my name is unique, so I'm just like, nah, that's me, boo.
Have you ever met any other Desi?
Once at PacSun in Tracy, she was the manager and I applied. It was the weirdest thing.
Whoa, I got you.
Yeah.
I would almost hope that worked in your favor, but
Nah, I didn't. But it was weird, like running into that. Like it was one of those things you couldn't be ready for.
Yeah, yeah. You know, what's strange is today at work. I work at this school, and one of the students that knows me was walking with another staff, and then out of the blue, the staff's like, "Hey, you, what's your name?" And I'm all like, Jan? And they're like, Jan what? And I'm all like, like Jan Brady, Jan Sport, and then they're like confused, right? And then I found out, because then another staff came by who knew both of us, and that staff told me, like, you should ask them what their name is. And I'm like, what's your name? And then they were like, it's Jan. And I'm all like, oh shit. So it was all set up by the kid, like, but it was hella random.
What a
And
trip.
yeah,
Yeah. Finally meeting the one person in the world. They're closer than you think.
nah, and honestly, I've met 3 other Jans in my life, two guys, and then prob- today. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry I couldn't read what pronouns you prefer, but yeah, it was another person. I felt so uncomfortable, bruh, to like assume a pronoun now, because I work with youth that are going through changes or transitions, always like on my mind now. But yeah,
I feel
like,
you. We're all learning.
yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good.
I mean, for you, in your experience, is there, like, I guess, a switch you have to make for yourself? I find myself having to make that switch all the time. From what I see to what I know now, it's like I gotta kind of brace my, like, hold on. But do you feel like there's that switch for something that kind of like
Yeah.
stops you?
Yeah, I feel like that's something we all have to learn. Because we used to be ignorant, and now it's encouraged all of us to be thinkers. So I appreciate that that's kind of going that way, because that's how it should have been.
I like how you put that, man. I like how you put it in the way of encouraging us to think. But I envy people who don't think sometimes, though, like if you're thinking too much. And I actually gotta ask you, right behind you, is that a DeMalo jersey? On your,
It is.
that's dope, bro. What's the number on there?
88.
88.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it.
I got you. Giants jersey?
Yep.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
you're killing it right now. Hopefully
Yes, we are.
hope we can hold on to that spot, though. Like,
Yeah.
knock on wood, but you thinking they're gonna hold on to the number 1?
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't watched enough baseball this year. I am a fan. I do try to catch it when I can, but I know that right now we're doing like okay, but I wouldn't say I couldn't tell you any numbers, to be honest.
No worries. I'm with you there. I feel bad, but I mean, I'll support my local team and everything. But if I'm gonna be a fair weather fan out of anything, probably. And that's no offense to any baseball fanatics out there. It's not my thing. And then my last question for you, and to warm up, is on a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you know yourself?
I forgot what I said last time. I think I'm gonna
Yes.
say
I do.
I'm gonna
remember-
say 8.
Oh.
Did I say 8 last time?
No, I think you bumped it up a little bit, which is great because
Okay.
it shows a difference in what happens in life. Like you know yourself a little bit better now.
Right.
Yeah. What would you say is the newest thing that you've learned about you?
Man, what have I learned? I've learned that it's okay to be inspired. Really interesting lesson I got from school recently.
It's okay to be inspired. So, is there like a negative way to be inspired?
I feel like sometimes a lot of us are trying to put out something that's fresh and brand new. Like you
Mhm.
want to be the most original, but like where does that even come from?
Oh.
You got to be inspired by something. So then you're stuck with this like blank nothing, Instead of being like, this is what inspires me, let me work off of that. Do that.
Yeah. No, I got you. There's a phrase I saw recently that was like, instead of saying someone's already done it, you should rephrase it to like, no one's done it like me, or something like that.
hmm
So yeah, that's something I gotta remind myself all the time. When I try to be a rapper, all of a sudden everyone I knew rap. when I try to
Right.
build a clothing brand.
That world like
Yeah.
pops up around you. I
It's
feel
like-
you on that.
It's like, damn, I didn't know. I thought I was unique. But yeah, that definitely happened. Yeah, oh. But yeah, and I got you. And before we jump into well, since you didn't do the Wheel of Fate last time, we'll do it this time. Normally I give my guests a choice between choosing their lucky numbers or jumping into the Wheel of Fate. We did the wheel with you though, because you had brought it up. But before we get there, one question I've been asking homies lately and like regular people in my daily life is, do you ever feel like you're faking the funk?
Yeah, dude. I'm a designer. I fake everything.
What do you mean? I mean, I think designing is like sometimes taking or creating something, right, and placing it. I don't think that's fake. Why
Man,
would you
you
kind of say
know-
that? Yeah,
You know how often we have to act like we know what we're doing?
really. Okay. Like,
Because
what
we
would,
don't.
like me as a client, I come to you and be like, yo, I want this vision, right? How do you kind of like, approach that?
I think, in all honesty, if they wanted it to look like, if they knew exactly how they wanted it to look, they would have done it. So when they come to you with a vision, like neither of you know what it's going to look like at the end of it.
Hmm.
Nobody knows, really.
That is interesting, man. I mean, you're talking to me as your client, and I feel like I would always give that space, flexibility. Like, sometimes I come to people and be like, I trust you. You got this. Like, just come to me with like whatever you think is gonna be dope. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like a trust that I have to sell with my portfolio. I have to convince people that I can do the job, that I have the right mind for this product.
I got you. On the flip side of that, how often do you feel like people are faking the funk with you? Like, gosh, like, if you're gonna give me a percentage of things in your life, right? Like, and you could choose this, but this is the most common percentage I've got. People, it's an 80-20. Like 20% of people are being authentic, and 80% of people are trying to play the game. You know?
I'm gonna say like 90-10.
90-10.
I'm gonna say 90-10. But 90% of people I think are keeping it real with me. I keep my circle tight.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah. That blows it out the water right there. Like, well, yeah. You said you keep your circle tight. You're happy that you found yourself being authentic. But with new people, if you're meeting new folks, does that percentage change at all?
No, I don't think it does, because I try to give everybody like the most honest version of myself as I can.
I hear you, man.
It's exhausting to be anything else, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think so. And that's hella interesting, bro. Like that you had those percentages, continue to have. I like to think the same. Like, I think maybe the reason why you get that side of folks that you offer authentic stuff to other people, and people kind of reciprocate and see that. I would feel the same. And man, I sound so judgmental, man. But when I'm out there socially, everybody reads, see how people are behaving. I like to think that they're being authentic, but then when I ask them about it, like, oh nah, and I'm like, oh shit, like, I thought you were being real this whole time, and it's like, oh nah, like I kind of want to be this person, these people, so that's how I present. But damn, who's dead? You fan of Norm Macdonald at all?
I'm familiar with him. I'm aware.
But you wouldn't consider yourself a fan?
No, not I'm not. I'm not a big enough fan of him.
No,
But I
hear
know
you.
who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Much respect to him. Much love to him.
Yeah, I mean, I actually was put on with a podcast about him. Called the podcast was called "What's So Funny," and he had an episode like 9-10 years ago on there. And then my coworker was like, "You got to listen to it. It's a great conversation." So I'm listening to it. Honestly, like the last person I felt like someone I respected after their death, which I feel horrible about. I never took time to them when they're alive, was like Anthony Bourdain. I like the last, and I was like, oh shit, after
Yeah.
his death, fuck, that guy was hella dope, and probably hella relatable to the way I feel. And now Norm Macdonald is one of those folks too. Just because one interesting thing was he was talking about soul, right? And how he thinks every body is really a soul, and the body is just like our, the book cover, But like, yeah, that was so. Me, man. I'm really about being in tune with the soul. So after I heard that, I was like, fuck, man. Like, I wish I had listened to this dude a little more, or try to figure out what makes it tick. And I don't know if you ever had people whoever had to battle disease. But he said that like if I ever get caught with a disease, which I did and didn't tell anybody, he's like, I don't want anybody referring to this as a battle. Like who wants to be known as the person who lost the battle as their last thing? It's like
Right.
yeah, I was just going. Oh yeah, he's just throwing it out there.
What a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I watched a couple of his clips after I had heard like the headlines on my social feeds were showing like clips of him, and yeah, it was I respect him a lot. I respect the dude for being straightforward and kind of willing to say what was on his mind anywhere.
Yeah.
And people laughed at it.
or got really uncomfortable, right? They got really uncomfortable with whatever he's saying. And my coworker kind of like, not grew up on him, but like grew up in the same era type thing, was just telling me Norm was the kind of guy who would say stuff to see the reaction, and that would be the joke is really for him to see people's reaction. So that's why he say whatever the he wanted. And kind of like
He's brave, yeah. The bravery.
Yeah. And the thing with the podcast is like I saw a lot of the stand-ups start popping up and stuff, but the podcast was like a serious ass conversation that had nothing to do like trying to be funny, even though it was. There were two comedians talking. So if you're ever in the mood, long trip, long ride, check that out when you get the chance. But shout out to Norm, man. R.I.P. And all the folks that there's just too many people we lose. Rest in peace to all the souls. All right, man. Well, let's jump into the Wheel of Fate now that we got it set up. And thanks to you, it was inspired by our conversation at the time. Even though I didn't get into it like straight after, I remember people being like, got it. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, give it a spin.
Wait.
Oh, I can't stop.
Actually, no, it's cool.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say what's vibe check and shout out and FITV.
Okay, well, I'll explain. I'm glad you brought it up because now it makes me think I gotta explain it before we even do it in the future. So vibe check is I have this image with some scales, and then from the scales I will ask you where on the scale do you kind of like fall in. We could do that as a bonus at the end, just if we don't land on it.
Okay.
And then the shout outs are just the ones that basically it's like it's cool if you say somebody, but it's also like no pressure. You could just generalize what the shout out is gonna be like. It's group peopleable instead of just one person, because sometimes people be like, why don't you say me, or like so yeah, I don't want to put you in that position.
Okay.
And then the FITB is a fill in the blank. Trying to find a good way to say it, but FITB is the acronym for fill in the blank. But yeah, those are the
Okay. I hope
curveballs.
I get one later. I hope I get one.
For sure, man. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I had one person come on, and their first 3 spins were all shout outs. I felt so bad because they were kind of like really into it, really emotional. And then the third time I was like, I'm not gonna do that to you because they gave me such quality energy in the beginning. But I don't know if you noticed, but it was a number 16, and we have 3 levels: easy, medium, and hard. Where would you like to?
Let's start medium. We'll start medium.
Medium 16. What is something you wish you could unlearn?
Ooh. Dang. I really didn't want to pause today, but something I wish I could unlearn. I wish I wasn't on my phone so much.
Ooh, you caught me, bro. I had to send a text. What's that?
You feel
But,
me then?
Yes, yes. Well, yeah. Like, how often are you at, and where would you like to be to make yourself feel better about it?
I think right now I'm at like 6 hours, 6.5 hours
Okay.
daily.
Okay.
I want to get it down to like 2 or 3. But I mean, like, in order for me to check, I gotta fucking look at my phone.
Everything is on.
Yeah.
And yeah. Do you ever like do that thing where, oh yeah, I need to check this message, then just jump into other apps and shit? You're like, fuck, what message was I
Yep.
supposed to check? Yeah, I don't know, man. And it's all on purpose, right? Like all these app developers kind of like make it on purpose to be attractive and to be fun, to get stuff on our phone.
That's us. That's what I do.
I know, right? And like, how are you
I'm
gonna
about to be in your phone. Yeah.
and how are you gonna like try to make that, I don't know, ethically, like, or morally righteous for yourself? Like you said, you're trying to get off, but how can a designer make money? Their whole thing is like, oh, we're gonna make it so people spend less time. Like, yo, that's not what people want, right? Like, shit. But yeah, well, since you're in it and you're kind of learning about it, is there any kind of like feeling towards people who are teaching those lessons? Like, are they kind of seeing it differently, or anything you pick up?
Most recently, I've found it to be difficult to like I mentioned earlier, to be okay to be inspired. I feel like a lot of us are too focused on being too original, when indeed, like, something got you here. You know, you got to write off of something. That's how you got here. And I'm lost. I don't know.
No,
I'm floating.
I was gonna ask you, so as far as inspirations go, who was one of your inspirations that wasn't like family, someone you knew personally?
I got a group of homies that inspire me, actually.
Okay. Sure. Like, I guess this is a pseudo shout out. You don't have to say everybody. Maybe you could. Do you have a group name? You like shout out to the.
Yeah, shout out to my Discord, Designer Things. It's just me and my designer homies, and we're gonna go kick it later this month. It's time.
Sick. Well, you going to that trip?
Oh yeah, we're going to the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh,
We're gonna go check that out. That's what it is.
I mean, I haven't been, but it's been like super, what's it called, advertised up here in San Francisco. But it looks sick, man. I hope you guys have a good time, and probably gonna be some dope merch, something designed by Van Gogh. Speaking of Van Gogh, have you ever watched the show called Doctor Who?
I heard of it. I haven't watched it though. I've heard of it. I know it's huge.
You know what it's about, sort of? Like the plot?
Somewhat, yeah, sort of.
So like this dude, him and his team, they travel through time and try to like make things right. You know, that's the gist of it, I think. Uh, there's an episode, and I've never watched the show at all, but I came across the clip because someone said it's like the most emotional clip that they've ever seen, right? And it's them getting Van Gogh and bringing him to the present and showing him like what his artwork became or like what it meant to people. And I'm choking up talking about it, bro. Like it was that good because he kind of like realized, because he killed himself not before
Right.
it popped off. So I can't imagine what it'd be like to kind of like see, for him to see his work kind of take over the world, him never knowing. So yeah, that was a great scene.
Right.
If you ever need to be inspired.
I feel you. Actually, what I'm hoping to do in the gallery is get another photo of some sort, of somebody, of something. I like taking photos. I haven't done it in a while. And I've always played with the idea of like projectors and being able to take a picture of light. And photography is, I think like light is in photo, I think means light.
No, like, yeah, light is important. And well, I'm curious to see what you come up with, because the last time I tried shooting pictures with a projector, it didn't turn out the way I expected in my mind. But I'm not a photographer either like that. You know, I don't know the little things you need to set on my camera to make sure it's gonna look dope. But yeah, well, I think you're gonna get a lot of good shots, right? Because Van Gogh art piece subject.
Yeah, we'll see what we can get out of it. I got a skateboard deck out of it last time
What do you mean you guys
at a different gallery. I had taken a photo of Erica. I forgot what museum it was. Anyway, this projector's in a room, and I got a photo of it, and I sent it in to get printed on a skateboard, and that skateboard is now on my wall. I wish I could show you, but it's
all good.
Screwed into the wall.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Let's give this another spin real quick. But yeah, when you guys going to Van Gogh?
Next Saturday? Pull
Sure.
up.
Damn, you're so close to vibe. I might just have to give that to you after this question. You said next Saturday?
The second.
The second.
Hit me in the Discord after this.
For sure. I think
we'll work that out.
I mean, honestly, I think me and Doe are gonna go camping, and dude, September and probably through October and November, I feel like there's like some crazy thing happening every weekend.
Yep.
I don't know if
Wolfgang
you feel the same
coming
way.
up.
Yeah, Wolfgang's coming up. I mean, you going to the DL trip?
Yep, that's coming up.
So yeah, there you go. And yeah, so camping this weekend, or next weekend. Oh, my bad. Damn, it's October this week. So yeah, it's this weekend, bro. Not next weekend. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is it this weekend?
It is.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Time
I'm
breezy.
ready.
Yeah. Be ready. But yeah, Lips. I don't know if you noticed, but it was number 17. So you did 16 and 17 this time. Easy, medium, or hard?
I'm gonna go medium again.
Medium. All right.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, just chill, bro. Just chill. This one is: do you think more of the past or of the future?
Definitely the future.
So, what are you kind of envisioning now? I guess we kind of talked about it, I think, in the first episode, but let's say if I was gonna give you a 1 year from now, where is Desi DeMalo?
Sitting somewhere with my pockets full. I just want to be working, to be honest, within the next year.
I got you. Like, freelancing yourself and, having your own clients and whatnot.
That would be cool, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what I end up doing. I do want to work like for a bigger company because I feel like that teaches me the things that I need to know to be able to freelance on my own.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know for designers, like, what comes first. You know, does freelancing come first? Getting hired by a company. But do you feel like you already kind of got a good network, kind of help you out? 'Cause I feel like that also. Right?
I think so. Yeah, I think I have a couple of people who like got their ears open for me, because like I've been in photo for a while. I haven't like shot for anybody in a very long time, which I am doing soon. I lost my thought again.
Happens to me all the time, bro. To be honest. I gotta cover it up with my ums and oohs and all that stuff. It's cool. It's cool. I had a question. I'm trying to get it back, and it was so when you go out to interview for the position, maybe client, what would you say is something that you're most confident about when you come?
I've been encouraged to show myself lately, like to be honest with who I am and be okay with, you know, this is the kind of work that I put out. Like you mentioned earlier, like, and what are you really worth? And you have to know that.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. So if I was somebody that's interviewing you, and I asked you what's your greatest strength, designing, what would you say?
I don't sleep.
I think that's huge. Dude, you're not human. You don't need that rest. Well, I'll ask you this after that. But on the flip side, what would you say is your biggest weakness? If I was fine.
My biggest weakness right now is that I work in like sprints, very long sprints. Once I get in the groove, I can't stop until something's done. And, you know, maybe I should have spread that out a little bit more. But if this is what I'm feeling at the time, this is what gets put out.
So if you got a project that you're passionate about, that's when you get zero sleep?
Yeah, I think so. Lately, I've been trying to practice like getting in a mode when I want to be. But it's hard. My brain works at night.
Yeah,
it is what it is, you know?
Nah, man, if you, that's what your body like enjoys, or like your mind kind of, that's the time that you gotta be working, and you can't really fight against yourself. I think. I know last time we talked, 6 months, I was working self-driving company. I was like, you know, up all night kind of. And even though I will say I got super creative around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I've always been a person that like likes to wake up early and like sleep early. So it was really fucking me up. And after a few months, I had to like, it's not making me happy to do this.
Right.
But yeah, man, embrace that about yourself. And you know, maybe your clients are going to be international. Your company might be international, working the hours that normally here. Who knows?
That's very true. That's true.
They need folks too, or they like getting, you know, that American quality work. Not saying we're, but yeah. And had another question came. But perfect time to jump into that vibe check, and hopefully everything is cool when I press this button. Damn it, you are not in this video. Let me get you in here real quick. But you see it though, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yep, I'm here. I see the screen.
All right. Let me try to get you on here. There we go.
Hey.
Can you read what is on this image? And if not, I can let you know.
Yes, I can. I can read it.
All right, man. Well, that first scale, the very top one, where do you put yourself on that scale between being open-minded or closed-minded?
I would say I'm right in between halfway and open-minded.
Halfway and open-minded. For sure, for sure. Uh, what are big nopes for you? Like, you know, when someone says something like, nope, not for me. Because I feel like it's a, I'm not saying closed-minded is a bad thing at all, but I think it defines at least you knowing what you like and dislike. So, what are your big nopes?
Oh. Um, I don't know. Maybe am I shallow for saying this? Like, just not being mean to people. Some people think it's funny to be mean to people.
I don't think that's shallow at all, bro. Funny being mean to. Yeah, I don't vibe with that either. But you know, like I guess for some folks, it's the way of showing they care, and I feel like that's what I've heard before, and that's how I accept it. Okay, if that's you, that's how you do. Then,
Or like laughing at embarrassment.
hmm,
That's what it is.
laughing at embarrassment. Oh no, man. Like I feel like an asshole when I do laugh at like something embarrassing. It not in person. I feel like it's always like if I see a funny video on Instagram or TikTok or you know, like if I have the screen in front of me, I feel less guilty. But if someone like trips and falls in front of me and I chuckle, oh, I feel hella guilty.
Right. I feel you. Like, I mean, it's funny to see people go down, but should I laugh? You feel me?
Yeah, it happened to me recently, man. Like, one of the kids I work with fell down. Like, I knew he wasn't hurt, so I kind of was like, huh. And he got hella mad. He's all like, "Why'd you help me up?" And I'm like, oh, I know you're okay, but he was like, you know, pretty butthurt about it. I'm like, yo, man, like, sometimes if I know you're not hurt and I can see that, then yeah, fine.
Right. There's a fine line that I don't know.
Exactly. And then, so the second scale right below it is, are you more of a deep person or you like to keep things on the surface?
I like to say I'm somewhat of a deep person. I'm a
Okay.
thinker, I'd say.
I got you. What's like, I don't like to put people in boxes, but I think there's something to say about how much of the people generally in the world do you think more than the average person? Because I like to believe everyone thinks as much as I do, but I don't think that's necessarily true. So where do you kind of like what percentages do you give that?
To myself?
Just yeah, in your experience or like your perception of the world, like how much percentage of the world are thinkers? Less think? No, I'm not gonna say non.
I think everybody thinks, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think everybody has the potential to do that.
I feel you, and but like I don't know, man. Like you ever in that situation where you see something happen and you're like, what were they thinking? Or you know, like were they not thinking? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know there's plenty of times where not thinking would have been better for me versus thinking. I don't think it's great to be thinking all the time either, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, well, is there like, well, never mind. I think you answered the question. Just trying to get some numbers out of it.
A percentage. I'm gonna give it a 90-10 again.
Gotcha. Got 90 thinkers, 10 non-thinkers.
Yes. Yeah.
I got you. Third scale, which is, you know, are you more of a bright side person or are you more realistic? Feel me? Like,
Ooh. I'm gonna put myself right in the middle. Although I want to be more on the positive side.
mean, what's give me for the folks out there who kind of struggle seeing the bright side. What is the positive thing about life, man? Like, what makes life positive?
That it could be much, much worse. A lot worse. We need to be more thankful, in my opinion.
I got you. Yeah, that's one thing that's I've been, at least, you know, I pray, but my prayers nowadays is short and sweet. All I really say is thank you. You know, I thank. This is what I say, dog. I thank God, thank the universe, thank my ancestors and my sisters for entities, energy in my life that I can thank every day. And yeah, unless something crazy happens and I really gotta, like, you know, ask for some extra juice. Hopefully the universe is willing to help me out. I kind of.
I feel it.
How about yourself? Any entities you'd like to thank or energy?
I do pray a lot. I don't know much about like astrology.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Mercury's in retrograde right now, and like it's got everybody feeling all fucked up.
I gotcha.
I don't know. I know nothing about that. I just heard it.
Is Mercury retrograde happen like once a year, or?
I guess this is the third time it's happening this year, but it's supposed to be the last time it's happening this year. And it's supposed to be fucked until like October 18th or something like that.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to see how that affects my sign. Yeah, man. I mean, like, are you a fan? Not a fan. Are you a, I guess, believer of astrology?
I don't know. I feel like we welcome things that we think about. So if you think something bad's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah. Got you on that. Yeah, man. I mean, my whole thing with like all that, because I don't know if you ever heard of life path numbers. For a second in there, I was really believing it because I was really digging what I was saying about my life path numbers.
Life path numbers?
And life path numbers.
I've never heard of that.
There's an equation, and you can figure it out. And so, like, I think there is something to astrology, life path numbers, you know, the zodiac, like Chinese zodiac, the Mayan zodiac. Like, this has personalities, like destinies, and all this stuff. I think has been studied forever. Beginning of time, people want to make sense of our lives, who we are. I think the biggest thing that I dislike, though, I feel like we're put into boxes, you know? Like, you know, what's your zodiac sign, you know?
Virgo?
Yeah, like, I don't want to say Desi's a Virgo, and I know everything about it. Like, and I think that's the energy, I guess, from some folks who do, you know, really believe in stuff. You know, I feel like I get judged, and I'm almost like, yo, like, that isn't entirely, that's not who I am. And yeah, so I don't know why I felt like I needed to speak that.
I do have a question regarding that.
Go for it, man.
So according to internet astrology and like a quick Google search that I looked up, me and my girlfriend apparently are not compatible, but we've been together for about 13 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Explain that.
Well,
to whoever's watching. watching. I'm not an expert on this. I'd like to know.
I'm not an expert either, but I think it goes well with what my point was, is that, like, there are things that people have studied, but they still don't know. Like, I think that's what helps me kind of navigate my life and how I interact with people, that I'm never thinking I know anything about, you know? And, like, even if you went to school with me and, like, you know, we're the same age, same everything, I'm still not going to believe that, like, you believe what I believe, because, like, that doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Our experiences and all that are different. So, for you and your girl, defying the odd and, you know, like, kind of going against whatever Google told you, think that's a perfect example of you can't do that. Like, or especially for a relationship, if you're looking for outside advice, like need affirmation or something, I think that's very I think that's a very risky thing, because you're depending how you view your relationship based on other people or what people are telling you, I think.
Right. I don't want to discredit like anybody who does believe in that, but like I'm open to it being explained to me. You know what I mean? Like how? Honestly, how?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm telling you, man, that we don't have the teacher, right? We don't have the originators of the thing that more and more people, I guess, put out, like push pod first, like, oh, this is how it is. I don't get with the program. So yeah, I think if we had the originator answer who could explain to us how it all be. Damn, bugging out because
Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm listening.
yeah. It's for folks listen to audio only. Disregard anything I say about the part. But yeah, it's I mean, I would just tell you, like, it's like, what? Don't listen to the hate.
Right. Yeah. Anybody who looks into that, cool. I'm willing to learn about that. I just because with Mercury apparently being in retrograde right now, like I do feel like shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yesterday was kind of weird. Today was a little weird too. I don't know why. Is it because I'm thinking it, or is it because there's a planet upside down somewhere?
So I will say the last time I heard Mercury was in retrograde, I did feel, and I did feel like something was off. But I would have not felt that way or known that unless you just had told me today. So I don't know. Maybe
right. Like, did I just? My bad. I might have just fucked up your week. You know what I'm saying? Like
until October 8th.
I don't know.
Until October 18th. I don't know though. Like now, if something weird happens, I'm gonna be like, maybe it's Mercury.
You got something to blame it on. Like fucking Mercury is upside down or some shit. I just don't understand it. I don't mean to be ignorant about it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I do feel like shit sometimes.
I for me, man, I like to call it the wave.
Yeah.
And I don't think I asked you this. This is a new concept kind of introduced to me, which I really dig, which was, there's the 4 seasons: fall, summer, winter, spring. What are your 4 seasons? Like something I've kind of asked myself. Like I have this season of creating, season of like getting out, like being in the sun. I got the season of like where I just want to be in all the time. I don't want to go. Then have a season like, I don't know what my first. I'm still trying to figure it out. But for yourself, what are your?
Oh, this is a good question. I've actually never thought of this, but now that you bring that up, the end of the year for me is a lot of family. A lot of my close friends and family. We celebrate a lot coming from the cultures that we come from. Like if it's a birthday, like it's a big deal. We don't just go and have dinner. For I think like when the year starts over, it's a lot of self-searching, I'd say, up until like summer. Up until spring. Yeah, up until spring is when I feel like is when people around me start getting real active and putting themselves out there as people and as creators and whatnot.
I agree. I would say for me, right after January is the month I feel like I read the most, because it's been my constant New Year's resolution is to read more, try to finish a book. So that January, I'm like, I do good, but then after that, I'm like, damn, I feel like I read enough. Then I put my Kindle away for 11 till the next January.
I got a stack of books I've been meaning to read, and they just take up room. But
You know,
I need to read more too.
someone told me that the books that a person buys is like also a bit telling personality with are, because like not only it's not that you read it, but because you believe that you wanted to read it enough to buy it, it means something. So, like it shows the
I feel it.
personality, right?
I feel it.
Yeah. I bought this encyclopedia of Pokemon just recently, so
I bought a book full of just like ads, full of these like skateboard ads. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
I mean that sounds like a book I'd pick up and check out.
Yeah. Can put it on a coffee table somewhere, you know, and it's being collected with other books I was interested enough to buy also.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that collection will only grow. Right, you're gonna have the book. I think that's what's good about physical books, right? Kind of share it when people come in. I think that's actually the biggest reason why I would buy that. And then, so we actually made it. It's already past the hour limit of 34 questions. Before we go out to some closeout stuff, I want to thank you again for stopping by. It was great to catch up. Here where
Cheers.
you're at. Cheers, indeed. And I'll be seeing you soon. If not 6 months later, like about 4 weeks, if anything.
Yeah, sometime in October.
Yeah, October, November. Like you were talking about, the end of the year.
Yep.
That friendship, family, and yeah. Oh, I wanted to bring up a documentary on HBO Max. It had to do with personality tests, and I'm sure you've heard like I'm an ENFP. I don't know if you knew that, or INFP.
I have heard of that. I don't know what that is though.
It's the Myers-Briggs personality test. That's something to look into as well. But the whole point of the documentary kind of like it started off with a quote that I really dug, and it was, if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you who you are. And I think that's the whole idea about personality tests or any of these things trying to tell us who we are based on birthday, where we were born. Damn. Yeah, if we're searching for ourselves and we can't find the answer, then we kind of turn to the world and see that reflection and show. I wanted to bring that up. And you said you wanted. Oh, we could do this part because it wasn't available when you were on the first time. But it's called the 34th mantra, and I just want you to fill in the blank for these 3 phrases before we head out. And it is, I am blank, I can blank, and I will. How would you fill that?
I am brave. What's the second one?
I can.
I can do better.
Last one is I will.
I will impress myself.
John, man. Now you got the soundbite of yourself to add into your website someday or documentary that you make of yourself.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Yeah. This is my favorite part because, I like to think one day I'm going to edit it. So it's just people making their statement. And I'll send that to y'all one day. And before we head out, what would you like to ask the next guest that comes on to 34 questions?
Did you eat today?
Okay. I'll ask that question. Keep it light and easy.
Yeah, there you go. Did you eat today? I feel like that's a very cultural thing to ask.
Interesting. Yeah. I do have another guest coming on in about like 20 minutes, so that's why I was like, I need to. You're the first interview that I had in about a couple weeks now. I took a break last week, so
Okay, welcome back.
thanks for helping me get back into the rhythm, man. And want to thank you. I want to thank the folks out there for listening, tuning in. Keep checking it out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you at. appreciate y'all too. Remember to reach out, reach forward. As always, much love. Catch you guys next time. 34th question. Peace. And so I normally have like